At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Thunderbirds of St. Louis taking on the Pioneers of Virginia Beach. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Virginia Beach. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. A big play there. 54 yards. 1st and goal. A good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Pioneers are on the board here first in the season opener. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. At the 15-yard line. Here's Watson. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Dobbins is in for a touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early? It's caught inside the 25. And they're bringing down at the 13-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This throw caught right around the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
To throw again is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st NFL reception goes for 6. And the Pioneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down at the 7-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Van Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Pioneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Thunderbirds, nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Put the boys down, he's coming.
Now Chubb running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A shotgun snap for Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Pioneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Watson's throw complete to Rager. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. David Njoku. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Thunderbirds are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Get you ready? Hey, hey.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this
looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Pioneers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance?
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. Shifts past him, and he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Watson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some strong running. And there he goes again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Still shedding tackles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on
It's Week 16 of the NFL. And coming up is Robert Tonyan. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Colts and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They come that close successfully.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Colts. Jameson Williams, his 9th touchdown this season. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Jackson now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver, that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback.
Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. You look at this Colt defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson on first down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. To throw is Jackson. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Wilson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
And the Chargers are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete to Scott Miller. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miller. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Jackson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Swift. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal. Jackson flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Again, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This fielded right at the goal line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, Swift. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Colts hit 10-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 20-yard line.
Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Jackson's throw taken in by Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
he's looked really, really sharp. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Taken down at the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now it's Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lock one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Jackson to throw. This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Going right back to Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They will run straight ahead. Oh, he put it on the clock with a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Oh, good move. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Dallas Goedert from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is giving the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. If we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going up top for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 43. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 17-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Throw right side, Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And it is caught.
And the Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 1. Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wildcard spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
He's able to find Miller. And he's brought down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Again, Jackson. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. There's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Miller, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. Play action. It's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Jackson now. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Now Jackson completes it to Miller. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Colts send out their punter. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So the Chargers now down 27-24, a minute 55 remaining.
And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Wilson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now 2nd and 4. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Colts, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year.